Hello, Divine One. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for coming to co-create here with me, with us today. I apologize for the lighting. I'm not sure what it's like for you guys. Maybe a little bit brighter than it is normally. It's because it's a beautiful, bright, sunny day here, or at least for now. So, in the spirit of newness, because we are now officially in Virgo season. Everything is being lit up. Everything that is for you, as well as everything that is not for you. They're wanting you to know this because when you choose small, and they're wanting to emphasize choosing small because I'm hearing from many of you, choices made out of fear, choices made out of, I think this is the best thing. Emphasis on, I think, 111. This is where we step out of the thinking, where we step out of the understanding, it makes absolute logical sense, so it must be right, it must be true. This is where we step beyond it. So what I'm hearing, and what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is very much a closing of a door. So very much a 114. This number I've been seeing everywhere. It very much is this foundational shift. That's what they're giving me here. It's like 4 is the number of foundation, and 11 for me at this time, or what I'm hearing, is the number of illumination. Right? And very much, if this message has found you, you are at a time where you are illuminating you. You are illuminating all that you are, so that all that you are not can fall away. 222. Okay, so that all that you are not can fall away. So in this illumination, things will shift. Majorly is actually what I'm hearing, and big confirmation there. Big shifts. Shifts in perspectives that unlock pockets of magic, unlock things that perhaps for some of you, you thought you would never access. For some of you, I'm hearing that this is channeling source consciousness. Some of you may perhaps actually be verbal channels. This will resonate as true for you. You will feel excited, expanded, ignited at the thought. Because our thoughts, right? Our thoughts are here to be used. Our thoughts are here to inspire us. Our imagination. So when you imagine yourself as a channel for source consciousness in some shape, way, or form, how do you feel? My feet are moving, like itchy feet, but like anxious to move. Well, not anxious, like anticipated, excited to move. Like there is, I feel like for some of you, maybe this was the confirmation that you needed to just go and create. Because we are really being called to do that, friends. We are really being called to surrender to everything exactly as it is, and to know that we are here to be channels in our own way. It's kind of part of our soul contract. So this particular aspect is going to be illuminated for you at this time. I'm hearing this, and really interesting, friends. So I did mention this in a comment, and I think I mentioned it in yesterday's video about this new moon being known as a dark moon. And I happened to come across a whole bunch of videos on my YouTube feed, all seem to be AI generated, with a whole bunch of information about this dark moon that didn't resonate at all, because of the information that I've received and the things that I've come across that have resonated, that have felt true, that have felt it's more than resonant in a way. When information is confirmed to me, it's like that's like resonant. When something is other, and was other in a way, and this is why I feel like it was a very, very low vibrational thing. This is why I'm bringing it up, is really check in with yourself with the videos that you watch. Check in with yourself. Like, the information is really, really less important. You don't have to know what it's speaking about to know if it is for you or not. But there are so many things that I'm coming across in my personal day-to-day life where I'm like, this is so low vibration, and the energy is just kind of like off, right? We are beyond problem solving, beyond believing that we are broken. If this message has found you, this is confirmation of the fact that you are not broken. You have never been broken. You just forgot. You just forgot that your unique perfection was all you needed to be. So you tried on a few masks. You kind of played like dress up for a little bit. And now you're kind of, I like this imagery. It's like you were playing dress up for a little bit, but each time you just added onto your costume, added. Maybe every now and again you took something off, you added. And now you're looking down at yourself and you're going, wow, there's a lot of layers to me. There's a lot of roles that I've played. What parts of these roles was really me? So it's a little bit of unpacking, but also not, because it's really just about accepting that every single past now you was and is just as perfect as the now you is. It's about accepting your perfection. You are always perfect. You're perfect by design. So check in with yourself with information. Check in with yourself with videos. Even videos like this, check in with yourself. Is this for me? You do it right at the beginning. Sometimes I do remember to put that in there. Sometimes I'm not called to. But here, it's really check in with you about the sources of information that you consume. Right? Because where we place our attention, our energy, and our focus is, well, what is going to be mirrored back to us. So I'm not going to lie, I started watching one of them just to be like, I could feel that the energy was off, but I was really, really curious to see what information was going to come through. And I stuck around for about 2 minutes. It was very, very negative stuff. It kind of seemed a bit like spellcasty ritual, like if you don't do this, this will happen. If you believe this in the dark, like all stuff that really doesn't resonate with me may resonate with you. But I think if this message has found you, I think that you are beyond that. But there's no shame, blame, or judgment, or guilt, or anything. It doesn't matter. We're all exactly where we are meant to be. But I just felt very much a dependent energy. Like, if you don't do this, you will suffer. And that's not how it works, ever. Right? You are made anew in every single now. So what you did previously, the now you will not be punished for it, unless the now you continues to embody that and believe it and attach to it and hold on to that energy and frequency. And then it's not even about punishment, it's about divine compensation. But this is really where you get to stand in your sovereignty, friends. Nothing outside of you can affect you, can shift you. Things can assist you, right? Cosmically, we're being assisted all the time. This Virgo new moon, for me, the black moon is really, really like, it is like the eclipse. It's like a partial distortion or obstruction of light. Right, we're going to experience some stuff so that the density can really burn away. For me, this is the phoenix rising from the ashes season. Big confirmation for me there. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes season. So I know if this video has found you, times have been not necessarily tough, right? Things may actually be pretty perfect in many, many ways, but there are elements that are lingering or that are difficult for you to say no to walk away from. Maybe it's habits, maybe it's people, maybe it's a job. Maybe it's your job title. I mean, it might not be a big thing in the sense of like it might not be as big as, I don't know, leaving the city or quitting your job or ending a relationship. It might really be something so simple from like an outsider's perspective, but for you, it is really, really significant. 144. I'm getting something here on this, and I'm not quite sure what it is. I just feel that for some of you, it's like, might be as simple, okay, I like this imagery, might be as simple as you've written a book and you're choosing between publishers, or you're choosing between using your real name and a pseudonym, 111, something like a seemingly small choice, but for you, it is big, 1111. So this is just to trust your instinct here, friends. Whether that little bit that came through resonates with you or not, the underlying message is something for all of us, I feel, which is really trust your instinct. Like, trust what calls to you, even if it doesn't make sense to anybody else. Like, maybe it's between choosing like a really, really well-known publisher that has an amazing track record and somebody who's never published a book ever before. They're like really, really new. I'm hearing like indie publisher, I don't know. And your instinct is to go with the unknown. This is really interesting, friends, this metaphor, because it's the unknown, right? This person's never been tried or tested versus choosing somebody that's known, right? They've got reviews, this and that. Choose what is not known. What is known to you. You know what is known. Your entire existence is known to you. But you know that you are here for more. So if you keep playing in the pool of the known, you will not really get to experience that more because you're staying there. You're not going into a place that is fluid, that is expansive, right? The known is known. Okay, I'm being told to take out the cards there, friends. If any of that resonates with you, my name is Angela. I channel source consciousness for you, or through for you guys. And it is a beautiful and humbling experience for me. So thank you very much for the pleasure and the joy of playing in your frequency. If you're new to my channel, I would say that this collective is something that the only name that resonates with me is the Creators Collective, because you are here to create that which does not exist. If those words resonate with you and this message resonates with you, then I ask you now to please ground yourself in this magical now with your breath. Breathing in through your nose to capacity before holding for a moment or two at your heart space, at the source of you, at the truth of you. Surrendering on your exhale. Breathing at your own pace. I find 5 to be the magic number, but do whatever feels good to you. Opening to receive on the inhale. Softening to surrender on the exhale. Okay. This is really interesting. Funny, like I'm giggling a little bit because it's really kind of exciting. It almost feels like a little bit not dangerous. Dangerous isn't quite the word to use. Okay, so the imagery that I got and also felt it with the cards was a little bit like a pickpocket. Like this is, but I'm getting that this is kind of how you've always done things. Okay, just give me a moment to, there's a lot here. Okay. So I feel like, okay, this is a metaphor. Okay, this is a metaphor. This is in no way implying that you are stealing, taking, pickpocketing in any shape or form. So, but it's this, and the energy is not somebody out of like desperation. It feels very calculated. And there's a movie, kind of coming to me, but I can't remember the title. I think it's called Now You See Me. I think there's a pickpocket there. Kind of like that energy. It's somebody that's very calculated about what they do, and this is kind of how they've survived in the world, right? They've been able to pick their target and assess and go, okay, that person will be able to give me what I need. Like it's almost like they were able to assess the person and go, that person will have a watch, they'll definitely have money in their wallet. That's where I will find what I need to. I'm hearing the word endure. I'm actually hearing the word endure. So to survive, to get through, to survive, to endure, whatever. All right, because it seems like it was more out of survival and necessity. Like a little bit of joy, there was a little bit of fun. Like I said, it's kind of like a way of being in the world, like a way of dealing with the world. And this way was discovered way back when, like when you were too, actually, it's not even that you were too little to know better. You were little and you knew that you had to develop coping mechanisms to survive this part of your journey, of your human experience, and the part that you would experience everything that you needed to experience. Being told to take the top and the bottom card quickly. So we have the Page of Inspiration. Okay, we have the Empress. I'm very much feeling that something has really, it's like come alive within you, but it's like using your powers for good. I don't know. It's kind of like another imagery that they're giving me is kind of like somebody that was like a marketer. I used to work in marketing and that whole industry once upon a time. And like it can be a really, really manipulative, like pull the wool over everybody's eyes industry. And then you do come across people with beautiful authenticity. Like I want to say a vision that resonates. A vision that is not deceptive. Okay. So this is what I'm feeling. It's like somebody that has gotten, I would not be surprised at the bottom there if we have the 10 of Wands, because I feel like you have accumulated enough skills in this sort of way that you have navigated through the world. And I can resonate with this kind of, with this imagery, with this metaphor. We are always all doing the very best that we can in each and every now. We always did. Everything that you did was the very best that the then now you could do. So this is very much also like freeing yourself from the guilt of how you got to be here now. Okay, because for many of you, it may have really been I'm hearing like an uphill, but it was kind of like it's like you were going downhill, but it felt like you were going downhill up, like you were going up a hill while going downhill, like really just dense and dark and difficult. Love this alliteration and this imagery, because what I'm seeing in this imagery is like a beautiful light, like really like just keeping the darkness at bay, like just going, just continuing. And it's like I just see this, I see you breaking, I see you shattering the darkness. There's no other way that I can explain what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, because I'm seeing this ball of light in this like dense darkness, because I can like feel it's like compressed, right? It's like really, really moving through difficult water, like maybe it's 1,000 meters under the sea, like this type of density. And then I just kind of like see something just go, I don't know what happens, but it's like a big alchemical moment. It's a big release. It's a big shift. It's something. And I just see you shattering the darkness, like shattering it away. Not that I don't know where it goes. It's not like you break it or anything, but it's just like, it scurries. It shatters away. Okay, let's see what's here. Because I feel like as you birth, because you are actually birthing you in this moment, whatever is occurring, right? Something is truly taking place, and it's you. It's like you really, really shifting into all that you are. Okay, friends. We have the 3 of voices, the 5 of materials. Okay, so the 3 of swords, the 5 of pentacles, the page of voices, the hanged muse, and the 6 of inspiration. Okay, so very much perspective shifts with this page of voices, this page of swords. The card that fell to the bottom is the 6 of inspiration, the 6 of wands. For this collective, and the energy of the 6 of inspiration is the same as I always feel when it comes through. The energy that I feel is that your co-creation, your creation, and your co-creations with source are very much simultaneously tied to your spiritual ascension, to your true awakening. I'm hearing, okay, this is interesting. Okay, I'm going to put the page of voices there with the 6 of inspiration. I'm really being called to take another card here, but also to bring up something with this hanged muse. This hanged muse is very much about, it talks about the opportunity to jump timelines, right? And this is what I'm really feeling. It's like you've learned enough in the timeline that you're in, okay? In the paradigm that you've been playing in, you've learned enough, you've experienced enough, and there is something that I'm hearing the word trigger, something that's going to trigger you, right? Being triggered. Okay, 8 of voices coming through. What else? So 8 of swords, Queen of voices, 1 more, so Queen of swords, and the Knight of inspiration. Okay, this is kind of what I'm seeing. Like, it might be a fire, but this firework like shatters the darkness. Okay, really shatters. They really want me to use that word. So, triggered. Okay, I really feel that at this time things are happening in an intense way. Like that pressure that I felt on that little light of ball, that little ball of light, was, I'm not going to lie, friends, it was a little bit uncomfortable for my human. Like a little bit uncomfortable, which just indicates that you are really might be experiencing some tough stuff. Okay. Source wants you to know that this stuff, this transitionary period, Source wants you to know 2 things. 1, you're so protected. You're so protected. You're so, it's like you're so in alignment. You're more in alignment with what you came here to be aligned with than you have ever been. Okay. I hope that makes sense. You're more in alignment with what you came here to be aligned with than you have ever been. Like there have been realizations. There have been realizations about things, but these realizations have shifted perspectives because these realizations have meant that you can no longer I'm hearing place blame. All right. So this is almost about resisting truth. Sometimes when we resist truth, we blame. And sometimes it's easier to blame if there is an outside external thing that is the cause. It doesn't necessarily need to be a person, although it can be. It can be the sun was too hot, it was too rainy, my back was too sore. There's so many external things that we can use as excuses. Okay, so this is really about stopping with the excuses and seeing things from a whole new perspective. It's like what I'm seeing with this 3 of voices and hearing is the end of the story. It's the end of the story. This card was really sticking to the table. If I moved the camera a bit, that's why. It was sticking to the table. So what I'm feeling with that is attachment. Okay. There is a door that needs to be closed, and perhaps you've closed it, okay? But like your hands are sticking to the door, okay? So there is like a residual residue or something that kind of is still keeping you a little bit stuck there, okay? And that's okay. I will pull some alchemy cards here. And I will not, I'm really being called to pull the alchemy cards here. I know sometimes I say that and then at the end I don't, but here I really will. I've got them next to me, friends. But I'm not being called to do it right now. I am being called to take a tarot card, the top card. Okay, Awakening 20, the judgment. This attachment, and it almost while they're giving me residual and like residue, it's like might just seem small, right? It might just seem something like a fly. It's a little bit annoying. Oh, shoe fly. Okay, but you are denying. It might seem like you are denying yourself in a small way, but it's the ripple effects of you not choosing you in this way. You're not closing the door. You're not walking away. This is about. I'm just hearing the end of a story. The end of the end. It's like it's not even the end of the story. It's kind of like, okay. So there was The Hobbit, then there was the three Lord of the Ring books. I'm not, you do not take my words. I do not know enough, but if what I'm saying is true, it's like this is the end of the third Lord of the Rings book, and there's going to be a whole new thing. And I don't actually know if there is one. Maybe there is. Makes no difference, but there is. If there isn't, in this metaphor, like there is going to be a whole new story, a whole new adventure, a whole new journey. But you first have to close the door, right? And for some of you, this may actually mean, okay, let's pull one more. For some of you, this may actually mean experiencing a bit of, yeah, this is really this thing that you're closing the door on. You know that it is not for you. With this devil card, you know that it is not for you, right? This is the paradigm that is comfortable in the ways that the only way that it is comfortable, I'm hearing, is that it is known, right? It's maybe a bit of the Groundhog Day, like same stuff, same fights, same this, different day. This is what I'm feeling. It's known. It's known, and even though it's maybe not very enjoyable and maybe a little bit soul stifling is actually what's coming through. It's like one of those old candle things. I don't know what to call it, but in the old days, it was like a little metal thing that had a little cap and you put your candles out with it. Probably something simple name like it. Anyway, okay. So I feel like this thing is like dangling over you. This, whatever this thing, it's stifling you. Like you feel like you don't have space. And you can actually be in a very spacious place and feel like you have no space at all. So this is really the welcoming of the unknown, right? The welcoming of the unknown. I kind of heard like I saw in my mind's eye like a backpack being put on, somebody going on a journey, like on a hike, on a kind of like a soul searching discovery. Okay, so maybe some of you are on spiritual quests or about to go on spiritual quests. But the spiritual quest, we're all currently going through it in one way or form. And it's not really a quest, it's just like the last stretch. It's the last stretch. But it will take as long as you allow it to take. Right? There is a lot of fear that is popping up in this reading, right? We have a lot of swords, we have a lot of mind activity that's taking place here. But what's beautiful is within that mind activity, we have the Queen of Swords. For me, the Queen of Swords is the energy, is you, like in your with your alchemy, if your alchemy were a sword, right? If your alchemy were like a tangible thing that you could like see in front of you, it would be like a sword. It's like you've strapped it on for battle, you've placed it on your back, like you're ready, and it's not to go to war. Maybe it's a guitar, right? But it's just this imagery of like you know that you have everything you need to face whatever is coming to you, whatever you're experiencing in your reality, whatever your now is representing to you. Like this dark imagery, this, like I said, I can feel the stifling. I really feel like such restriction and such kind of fear, and it's fear of the unknown. It's fear of not knowing if you have what it takes, is what I'm hearing. And this is what is keeping you. This is what is keeping you stuck in this five of materials. Because I feel like for many of you, maybe you do wish to leave. You do wish to change something. There is something you really wish to shift around. But the minute maybe you make steps to do that, your thoughts stir and stir and stir and stir and become like an orchestra of all the reasons and the reasons why you should not be doing what you're doing, and then you kind of go back. I feel like that's the hand. Like you're pulling yourself back, you're keeping yourself stuck. Okay, let's pull this alchemy. Okay, let's see what's gonna come through here. So putting it on the Three of Swords. Yeah, I really feel, once again, I'm being reminded of this, like using your powers for good. Eris, Copper, 23. Gonna read from the book here. Yeah, this energy of like really, it's like you've feel like you used your everything to get to where you are now, and you're like, I don't know if I can do that again. I don't know if I can do any of this again. Like so many fears. But what you're forgetting, when you think and you play in this way, like in this fearful, do I have it? Can I do it? Will I be okay? You know, that way, those thoughts. You are doing two things. You are, in a way, belittling every past now you who has done just that, always. And you're not trusting the future now you to be more, because you are always expanding, so you are always more. The now you has everything required to face the now in the same ways that your future and your past now yous do too. Knowing that neither exist for you except in your mind. So every skill that you have acquired in however long you've been here is here for you to use. And because so much has shifted. This is what I'm hearing. So much has shifted for you between then and now. And you are not the same. So any guilt that you feel about things that you've done, it is for alchemy. It's also to know that you are not the same. You are made anew in each now, and you get to be free in each and every now. Free from the past now yous, free from the future, free from everything. Okay, that wanted to really come through. Okay, let's see what is here. Neptune, Copper. Okay, the Four Seasons. I think it's the next one. No, Sorry, okay, there we go. 23. Fertility, the womb, Venus. In ancient times, on an island called Cyprus, copper was mined extensively to make vessels and tools. This island is the same fertile ground of Aphrodite, the goddess associated with the planet Venus and the forces of love, pleasure, and fertility. Such is the magic of copper. This golden hued metal elicits delight and mystique, even a sense of awe. The copper card marks the arrival of Eros into the laboratory. It is likely the alchemist has been hard at work for too long, prioritizing scholarly pursuits over sensual pleasure. Get ready for a shift of priorities, for an awakening of the heart and the true life generating centers of the body. In the true alchemical experiment, nothing is excluded or separate from the work. Bring sensuality into the fold and embrace it with reverence and curiosity. Aphrodite smiles upon you. Go deeper, visit or learn about the Statue of Liberty, the largest copper sculpture in the world. To ponder, chocolate contains copper. Though bright and warm when polished, copper quickly oxidizes, turning green or blue. Discern if a metaphorical polishing up is in order. In esoteric wisdom traditions, Venus and copper are associated with the kidneys. A letting go is likely required in order to embrace Eros with open arms. This letting go, I'm getting huge confirmations there for you, friends. Like I said, this residual resistance to something that you know is not for you, simply for whatever reason. And it is a simply, there is some alchemy for you. There's so much alchemy. You have all the alchemy you need within you, but there's things being called for your alchemy, for your unique magic, right? There is a perspective that is seeking you. There is a perspective that is seeking you at this time. And when you step into that perspective, you jump timelines. Okay. This is very much, I'm getting huge confirmation there. So you are really, everything that is occurring right now is an opportunity for you to jump to the highest timeline known to you now, or like unknown to you now, but it's the highest timeline accessible to the now you. Does that make sense? I'm just being reminded that right now everything is an opportunity. Okay, so this is all about closing the doors to shame, blame, guilt, closing the doors to comparison, and opening, it's like opening the heart to just, it's like when I'm seeing in my mind's eye, seeing like the heart light up, and I'm just seeing like just acknowledgement, right? This is really about resting deeply. I think also energetically, friends, at this time you might find that you're feeling a bit tired. You might be needing a little bit more sleep. Maybe you're not sleeping well, but you're still like feeling tired. There's a lot of density that is being burnt away, right? This is your Phoenix rising moment. This is your Phoenix rising cycle, era, whatever word resonates, because you choose it. I'm getting like confirmation. I literally have pins and needles from like my head to the tips of my toes. This is a truly magical time for you. Should you choose to experience it in that way. Source is wanting you to know, and they just want you to know this one thing, and then I'm being told to end. When we cry, when we grieve, we are shedding, right? So feeling our feelings fully is the only way to really experience things, is to be fully here now, fully present, fully experiencing, so that we can fully alchemize. Like Your alchemy that has awoken, right? It's stirred up and you can feel it. I know if this message has found you and you're still here, this is a long one. So if you're still here, I know that you can feel it. I know that you are seeing things differently. You're even seeing your role in things differently. And this is what is, it's like you're trying on a whole bunch of glasses. And when you find the right pair, like there's no going back, right? That the ball of light that shadows the darkness. That's you. Okay, friends, I'm being told to end there. Thank you for co-creating this message with me. Have a beautiful, magical now. Bye-bye.